it's Amanda here. Today's video is a collaboration with my friend Amy from Amy Loves Makeup. This whole video concept came about because I sent Amy a text right after the Golden video from Harry Styles released on YouTube. I watched it. I thought it was so beautiful. I liked the song. I loved the video, and I immediately texted my friend Amy to ask her if she had watched it yet, because she is a massive Harry Styles fan, huge One Direction fan. So full disclosure, I was never really into One Direction. I am a late bloomer in the world of those who love Harry Styles, so I really didn't come around to the joy that is Harry Styles until much later when he was already a solo artist. But I knew I wanted to talk about the video, and I knew Amy was the person to go to. I was so inspired by the color palette and the textures and just the whole vibe of the video and the song that I kind of dreamed up this idea of, what if we made a build your own palette inspired by Harry Styles? Inspiration just comes from where it comes from, okay? I know that Amy has chosen to design her palette based on a different song, so it'll be exciting to see what she comes up with. We've collaborated on a BYOP video before, and that was really fun. It's always interesting to see different people's takes on the same inspiration. And because Amy is an indie brand queen, I decided that in honor of my friend Amy Loves Makeup, I was going to do my entire palette with indie brand shadows. Typically, I am very loyal to my ColourPop singles. I still love them. They're not going anywhere. As I was watching and rewatching this video and taking screenshots of it, for work purposes, of course, I was sort of brainstorming and picking out the different images and just the different vibes, the feelings, the textures, the emotions that were going to inspire my palette. I was taking notes, and I'm going to read you what my notes say because it's actually kind of funny. It'll also help you understand my process when I was selecting the shades for the actual palette. So I wrote earthy, contrast of dazzling and dark. That's really crystallized in the very beginning when he's running out of this dark tunnel and he's wearing this bright, dazzling white shirt. Has this real contrast to it, balancing simplicity and complexity. It looks really straightforward. It looks like it's just this guy running up the street, but it's cut in with all these different shots. There's a scene when he's wearing the yellow rain hat, and it's really simple. It's just him standing there, shirtless. It's cutting through all these different shots of him, kind of looks like he's moving around the rocks. It's deceptively simple. The main thing that I wrote was disheveled glamour, which is kind of Harry Styles in a nutshell. He always looks disheveled and glamorous at the same time. That definitely really inspired my look. And there's also kind of a retro vibe about the video as well. So I really wanted to capture that in the shades that I chose and in the look that I did. So now you kind of know what I was thinking. I'm going to show you the shades now. I'm really excited. I think this is super interesting. This is so far outside of my comfort zone shade-wise, but I really feel like it hits all the notes of the colors and the contrast that I really picked up on from the video. So overall, I was really just working from the vibes and the color story, but there are a couple really specific references that I knew I wanted to touch on and be really referential with a couple of shades. First of all, that dazzling white shirt, I knew I wanted a really bright, really shiny, dazzling white shade. Also, this bright yellow, I knew I needed to capture the bright yellow from the rain hat. It's the thumbnail of the video, and it's just really iconic look from the video, so I knew I needed that. I also really wanted to reference this blue suit that he's wearing in some of the scenes. So those three shades were definitely very referential of things that Harry's wearing in the video. But otherwise, I wanted to capture this really earthy, high contrast, kind of retro vibe of the whole video. So now I want to show you a tutorial using this palette It's how I got this eye look that I'm wearing today. I was really going for that kind of disheveled glamour, really earthy, really 70s type of vibe. So let's take a look at that eyeshadow tutorial now. I'm starting off just like I always do by priming my lids with my favorite eye base. It's the MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly. Then I use this Sydney Grace shadow called PISMO, and I'm applying that into my crease area. This is going to be sort of the first layer of my transition shade. And remember, we're going for disheveled glamour here, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It works better if it's a little bit not perfect, actually. Now I'm using another Sydney Grace shadow. This is a deep, cool-toned green called Trailhead. This is a beautifully pigmented matte shadow, and I'm using that to lay out a little bit of a halo eye spotlight effect type of look. I didn't have a super solid plan. I just sort of let the palette guide me on this one. And I went back in with PISMO, this time mixed in with Haystack, a mustardy matte shade, to blend out the crease area, make it a little bit more murky looking. Now I'm using this gorgeous shifting blue-green shade called Dive and tapping that on the center of the lid. I decided I wanted a little bit more contrast, so I'm mixing Trailhead and Rustic to add a little bit more depth, going for kind of a swampy eye look at this point. Then I am doing a little bit of work on the lower lash line, so I'm using the shade Haystack first to add a little warmth down there, and then I'm using this colored rain shadow called Intergalactic to carry over that color story to the lower lash line as well. Now I'm using this ADEPT shadow on my finger, and I really wanted a super reflective, kind of overdone, frosty 70s finishing touch on the brow bone and inner corner. Then I curled my lashes and added my Wonder Beauty Unlashed mascara, and that finishes off this look. This would look really, really cool with some eyeliner and some falsies if that is your vibe. This really hit a lot of the notes I was looking for. A little bit of a disheveled glamour, some earthiness, some retro 70s vibes. I just really love the way this turned out. It's not my normal look, but I really, really enjoyed using this palette for this look. Here's the whole color story all laid out together, and it definitely is hitting the earthy notes, the contrast of dark and dazzling, definitely bringing in a lot of very literal referential colors from the video as well. I'm going to show the palette close up here with all of the shade names. That way, if you're interested in picking up any of these shades, maybe you already have them in your collection, or maybe you just want to get a nice little close up here so that you can do something similar with what you already have. Now's the time. Pause the video, write down the names or screenshot. I'm so happy with how my palette turned out. This is definitely a color story that's outside of my comfort zone. I'm not a big cool tones girl. I'm not a big blues and greens girl. But I'm so glad that I just rolled with the inspiration from this video. It was visually stunning, the cinematography and the styles. And I think this color story is so interesting. It's definitely inspiring. I had so much fun working on this project, not just because I got to watch Harry Styles on a loop, basically, but it's always fun to try something different. It's always fun to pull inspiration from new places, and it's always fun working on a project with one of my great YouTube friends. Definitely go and check out Amy's channel. I'm gonna link her video in the description box. First of all, if you like indie makeup, she is a wealth of knowledge. I was not calling her the indie makeup queen for no reason. And she's just such a genuine, great person to watch. I always feel good after I watch her videos. I cannot recommend her channel enough. She is such a gem in the YouTube world. So please go check her out. Go subscribe to her channel. Show her some love. She definitely deserves it. And if you're here from Amy's channel, welcome. Thank you so much for coming to watch. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye. And today, right after the for a song called Golden, the video doesn't have a lot of gold. I mean, I'm not saying that there's, you know, no warmth at all. I better not get any Harry Styles haters in the comments like, boys shouldn't wear dresses. If anybody comments that, I'm not even gonna respond. I'm just gonna block them. It's not worth any of our time to argue with that. How about instead of telling people what boys should do or what girls should do, how about you just mind your own business? How about that? It's a fun new idea. We should test it out. Okay, this color story is giving me all of the vibes that I want it to give me. Proud of myself. So I had we'll wait. It's fine. Okay. Just more lip gloss and then you should be good. Should fix everything. Don't worry, you're gonna be a great YouTuber after this. Oh, comment your favorite Harry Styles video down below. Maybe we need to do a round 2. Or we could all just go and watch Harry Styles videos. Either way, it's a win-win. Is that weird? Too much? Too much or not enough? You never know. Okay, wow, I've been filming for so long today. I'm gonna go take a break and be not working. All right, thank you so much for watching. I love your face. I know I say that every time, and I mean it every time. I mean it every time. I mean, who couldn't love that face? It's so cute. Just look at it. Okay, bye.